So what's the lesson for tonight? Or today, right? The lesson for today is about DF3. This move. The rocket. Basically the move Hwoarang inherited from Baek in... ever since Baek was in the game, basically. I don't think he had it in Tag 2. But I do know he had it in 5. Cool information, but could you, like, order it? Okay. I got you. We'll start with what DF3 really is. What's it for? How can you use it? And then we'll branch out from there. So DF3 is a 14, well, not D1 14, 20. It's negative 14 on block. Let me get that really clear. Let me get that across. Both hits are negative 14. Negative 14, negative 14. So basically, if you're fighting any other character who has a really strong 14 frame punish, Law, the Mishimas, Josie, etc., just know you're putting yourself at risk by like a lot. The move is, however, slightly hit confirmable. Again, practice makes perfect. If you can get it, beautiful. At the moment, I can't get it. And it's also a power crush. And you can do this. The best part about, DF3, it's cancelable. So you can remain in your opponent's face while doing these Flamingo mix-ups. So every time you go back to left and left Flamingo, you can always cancel it to do something else. And keep your opponent on their toes, essentially, if you've been able to condition them and whatnot. So again, how to string with Hwoarang will be at the left side of the screen. Again, when this video gets edited. So you can check that out, links in the description below. This was also a super crucial move when down 3-4 had pushback. So right now, the down 3-4 you're experiencing ever since Season 2 onwards is basically the Tag 2 down 3-4, just minus the safe lows. So back in Season 1, you could down 3-4 and then cancel. Not that you can't do it now, you still can, but it helped close the gap mainly. So it's mainly a gap closer. It's another approach tool you can use, but it has risks as an approach tool. So the fact that it's a power crush means you cannot throw tech, and if a low hits you, a low hit you. And sometimes it registers as a counter hit. So we'll have Hwoarang here on repeat action. I'll have him, of course, do it. And we'll have the computer throw tech. So opponent throw escape. I'm going to activate that to on. And as soon as he starts doing it, I'm going to grab him and he can't. The computer will never... It's just they can't throw break. So that's the risk you run. So if your opponent is grab happy or panic grabs or whatever, or knows you're going to do it and they grab, there's barely anything you can do. You can, however, at early startup of the move, throw tech. But if it's somewhere in the middle, when the power crush is already activated, it's GG, shake my hand. So let's go to lows. That's a counter hit every time. So forget what I said about it counter hitting sometimes. If it's a low counter hit, that is going to hurt a ton. And that's like, again, down back 4-4 is NCC. So that's full damage. That's the one thing you have to worry about with DF3. So that's the cons out of the way, right? Let's go back to why it's great. So, again, we talked about it being a gap closer and all that kind of stuff. And what I love personally about it is that it's Hwoarang office hours. What do I mean by Hwoarang office hours? So basically, like let's say again, you got into your opponent's head, or your opponent's second guessing, or they're hesitating, or they're willing to wait versus, Hwoarang first option or the second option. That's when you can sprinkle in another option, which is this. I would say this is like the third or fourth option you can run in to your Flamingo strings. And basically get free real estate. So this allows you to push them towards the wall without FF3 and then they just backdash, or DF4 on hit and then they backdash. No, you can just do DF3. Simple as that. So I'll give you a couple of string examples to close out this lesson. Is it a lesson? Sort of. That you can use that are more or less, I'd say 80% reliable. Like every time I use it against any other player, whether I've played them or not, or whether they know me or not, it usually goes in 80% of the time. If they, again, the other 20% means you have to like make them respect the option and whatnot. Basic Hwoarang stuff. So one of the examples is like down 3-4, stand switch, well, not stand switch, DF3 cancel, LFS1. This works 80% of the time. Usually the opponents aren't going to be doing anything. So they're looking out for the down 3-4 mix-up. You stand switch, you cancel. They don't know if you're going to do the whole thing, right? And you can just throw out an LFS1 and now you're +5 or +7 on block or on hit. Another one you can run is RFF back 2 into RFF forward 3. So again, you know RFF forward 3 is +1,000,000 on block. So nobody's going to be pressing there because if they press, they're going to get counter hit by LFS forward 3. So what you do is RFF forward 3 into cancel again, and then that's down 3-4. And then you can connect it together. Now you see where it is going. It's exactly like the basic Hwoarang frame traps, intermediate Hwoarang frame traps, advanced Hwoarang frame traps. They're all connected together. So that's 2 examples, right? Allow me to give you a third. RFS, right? So let's say it was down 3-4, stand switch, RFF2, RFF3, stand switch, RFS DF4 into another cancel, or 1-2 into cancel. So if you connect those 3 together, that's down 3-4, DF3 cancel, LFS1, stand switch into RFF back 2, RFF forward 3, cancel, stand switch into RFS DF4, 1-2 into cancel again, or RFS DF4 into just a straight up cancel. So of course, again, there are a lot of risks to these. These are just a couple of examples, so you always have to put the cancel early because that's usually when the opponent will be second guessing. If you're putting it at the back end of your strings, let's say something like this, that means either A, the opponent really just doesn't want to press, or B, but of course you're putting yourself at major risk when you do this. So the longer you put it at the end of your strings, the more and more open you are, and the more the opponent will know that you're trying to take advantage of the mento frame. So yeah, that's pretty short. That's a pretty short lesson. So again, if you have any questions about this lesson, do let me know in the comments, whether this be on YouTube or on Facebook. So again, I've been Frontier, and that's been the bonus cheese, bonus Open Hwoarang lessons. So again, as always, thank you for watching. Where you can basically hit confirm this, but it's not that long, right? So I'm trying to actually get it wrong here. I guess not. I can't get it wrong. It's just that in match, I'm not always ready for it. I'm not ready for DF3 or DF3 forward like to fully connect.